My beloved child, listen closely to the sound of my voice, not with your ears, but with your soul. You have carried so much for so long. Too long. I see the way your shoulders sag beneath invisible burdens. I see the long nights when sleep slips away, and your heart rehearses regrets, worries, and fears. I see the brave face you show to others, how you smile when your heart aches, how you nod in silence while grief howls quietly inside your chest. I see it all. And I tell you now with the authority of eternity, you were never meant to carry it all. You were never meant to bear the weight of your past on your own. Not the broken promises, not the missed chances, not the unspoken goodbyes. You were never designed to navigate the storms of this world with nothing but your own strength. My design was always for you to walk with me, not ahead of me, not apart from me. From the beginning, I shaped your spirit to lean into me, not carry life like a heavy sack slung over your back. You were formed in love, for love, and to be held by love. Do you remember your younger years when you believed strength meant never asking for help? You were taught to be strong, to keep it together, to not be a burden. But that was never my teaching. That was the voice of culture, not the voice of your Creator. My voice calls you into a different strength, a holy surrender. A strength that comes not from gripping tightly, but from opening your hands. I ask you now, what have you been holding that was never yours to carry? You've carried guilt. I see that. You carry guilt for words you didn't say, for children you wish you'd protected better, for marriages that didn't last, for people you've lost. Guilt is a heavy stone, and though others may not see it, I see it pressing on your heart every day. But guilt is not from me. My spirit convicts, yes, but not to condemn. I convict to heal, to cleanse, to restore. If guilt remains in you, it's because you haven't yet laid it at my feet. My arms are open now. I'm asking you, trust me with that guilt. Let me carry it. You've carried fear. Fear of what lies ahead. Fear of aging, of sickness, of losing independence. Fear of being forgotten. But hear me now. I am the Ancient of Days. I existed before time, and I do not forget those whom I have created. Your body may slow, but my spirit in you does not grow old. Your steps may falter, but my presence will never slip away. Fear tries to rule where faith has not yet settled. Bring your fear into the light of my love, and watch it dissolve like mist in the morning sun. You've carried grief, deep, unspoken grief. Some losses were never named, never mourned aloud. Perhaps no one knew what you lost, or maybe they moved on while you were still quietly bleeding. Let me speak into that place now. I was with you when they left. I was with you when you said goodbye. I caught every tear that no one else saw. Not one tear has been wasted, and not one ache is beyond my reach. Come closer, child. Let the dam of silence break. Let your soul grieve in my presence. I will not turn away. You've carried responsibility long past the season you were called to carry it. You've taken care of others your whole life, haven't you? You've been the one everyone leaned on. The one who handled the bills, the appointments, the chaos. The one who held the family together when no one else would. But even servants need Sabbath. Even warriors must lay down their swords. Come, my faithful one. It's your time to rest. Not because you've failed, but because you've finished a portion of the journey. I will carry the next part with you. The burdens you bear were never meant to be permanent residents in your heart. They were only ever meant to be surrendered. I do not call you to be Atlas, holding the world on your shoulders. I call you to be mine, resting beneath the shelter of my wings. What you call strength, I call self-protection. What you call perseverance, I call exhaustion. Come into the light of truth. You are not weak for needing me. You are wise for finally turning toward me. Let me remind you of something beautiful, something you may have forgotten. I am not impressed by how much you can endure alone. I am moved by your willingness to come close to me. I never asked you to impress me. I only asked you to trust me. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you reach the end of yourself, you have not failed. You have found the doorway to me. Let me teach you the rhythm of grace. It is not rushed. It is not pressured. It is not heavy. It is gentle. It is kind. It flows like a stream and carries you if you let it. You were not created to trudge through life. You were created to walk with me in the cool of the day, to breathe deep and know that you are not alone, that you are seen, that you are carried. So today, right now, release it. The old memories, the fear of decline, the regrets that haunt you at night, the roles you've played for too long, lay them down at my feet. I am not just your God. I am your burden bearer. I am your safe place. I am your healer. I am your constant. And hear this, my child, you are not failing because you're tired. You're not broken because you need help. You're not forgotten because life looks different than you expected. You are exactly where I need you to finally let go of what was never yours to carry. Lift your eyes. Breathe again. Let my peace rush in where fear once ruled. I am here. I have always been here, and I will never leave you. My dear child, now that you've begun to lay down what was never yours to carry, let me teach you something even more sacred. Life with me is not just about letting go, it's about leaning in. What I ask of you is not to walk empty-handed, but to receive something greater in return. This is the beauty of my design. When you release your burdens, I offer you something holy in exchange. I call it rest. I call it peace. I call it the sacred exchange. Come closer, child. Let me speak gently, yet with clarity that cuts through the noise of your weary thoughts. You were not created to simply survive. You were created to live in communion with me, to lean on me in such a way that your soul no longer fights to stand alone. When you try to be strong without me, you exhaust yourself. But when you lean into me, your strength is renewed like the eagle. Not because you become mightier, but because you begin to trust the might of the one who carries you. I know what they taught you, that real strength means self-reliance, independence, keeping your pain tucked away like a secret. But I never wrote that story. I wrote a story of connection, of surrender, of divine partnership. I made you in my image, and that means you were designed to walk with me, not to hide your tears or hold your breath when life gets hard. Your soul was shaped to be held. Leaning on me does not mean weakness. It means wisdom. It means you've come to know the source of your help. Do you not see? I am the vine, and you are the branch. A branch does not bear fruit by striving. It bears fruit by staying connected. When you lean on me, I pour into you everything you lack. When you rest in me, I rebuild what the world has broken down. How many years have you spent being the strong one, the dependable one? How often have you told yourself, I just have to get through this? You've carried children through storms, spouses through sickness, friends through death, and still, you wake each day, wondering if today will finally be the day that someone carries you. My child, I am that someone. I have always been here, arms wide open, waiting for the moment when you'd finally lean your full weight into me. Do not be afraid to fall into me. I will not let you break. I will not grow tired of holding you. My strength does not run dry. My shoulders do not sag. My arms never slip. I am not like human love that grows weary. I am eternal. I do not change. I do not flinch when your pain rises or when your memories return. I welcome them. I hold you and all that comes with you, your laughter, your sorrow, your confusion, your hope. There is no shame in needing rest. Even I, your God, rested on the seventh day, not because I was tired, but because I was showing you the rhythm of divine life. If I, in my perfection, paused to rest, why do you resist rest as if it's a weakness? You were never made to go endlessly. You were made to pause, to lean, to breathe, to know that I am God and you are not required to hold everything together. So let us exchange, here and now. Give me your anxiety, and I will give you my peace. Offer me your disappointments, and I will cover you with my joy. Bring me your loneliness, and I will surround you with my presence. Hand me your confusion, and I will lead you with my wisdom. This is not a transaction of performance. It is a gift of grace. My love does not depend on what you've done, but on who I am. And who I am is unchanging, unconditional, and unrelenting in love for you. Let this be the season where you learn to lean, not just for a moment in crisis, but for every breath. Let this be the chapter of your life where you stop striving to prove your worth and begin living from the worth I have already placed within you. You are my beloved. You are my treasure. You are the one I chose, not for what you can do, but for who you are in me. The world may see you slowing down, but I see you deepening. The world may call it aging, but I call it anchoring. You are not drifting into the shadows. You are being drawn into the sacred, into the closeness that only comes with time and tenderness and trust. You have nothing to prove to me. You never did. All I've ever wanted was your heart. So lean in. Let your soul exhale. Lay your head upon my chest and hear the beat of eternal love, steady and true. It has never wavered. It will never end. And it beats for you. When the world is too loud, lean on me. When your thoughts run wild at night, lean on me. When memories haunt you and your hands shake, lean on me. When you sit alone and wonder what your purpose still is, lean on me. I am not just the God of your past. I am the God of your present moment, and I hold your future as gently as I held your first breath. This is the sacred exchange, not your strength for my approval, but your surrender for my presence. You don't have to carry it anymore. You never did. You only have to lean, and I will do the rest. My precious child, I see you. I see how often fear finds its way into your quiet hours. Sometimes it comes as a whisper, soft and subtle, and other times it crashes like a storm, relentless and loud. It wakes you in the night, creeps into your thoughts during still moments, and hides behind the questions you don't dare ask aloud. But today I say this to you clearly, lovingly, unshakably. When fear trembles in your heart, let my love speak louder. You've spent a lifetime learning to keep things together. You've endured, adjusted, survived. But now, in this season of life, the fears feel different, deeper, sharper. You wonder what lies ahead. You question whether you're still needed, still seen, still secure. You may fear the loss of health, the ache of being alone, the uncertainty of what comes next. And though you try to stay strong, I know the truth that trembles beneath your strength. You're afraid. But hear me, fear is not a failure. It is not a betrayal of faith. Fear is a sign that your soul is reaching for something greater. It is a cry for safety, for meaning, for assurance. And I answer that cry with one word that never fades. Love. My love. You see, fear thrives in silence. It feeds off isolation and grows in the shadows of unspoken doubt. But love, my love, speaks boldly into those spaces. My love walks straight into your fear, unafraid, and says, "You are not alone." My love does not judge you for trembling. It draws you closer, wraps you up, and reminds you of who you are and whose you are. You are mine. Do you remember what I said long ago? Perfect love casts out fear. That wasn't a poetic phrase. It was a promise. And I do not break my promises. My love is not some fragile feeling that rises and falls with your emotions. My love is a force. It is a shelter, a weapon, a foundation that cannot be shaken. When fear comes, my love stands taller. And if you let it, it will speak louder than every anxious thought, every doubt, every question that lingers in the back of your mind. I know there are moments when your body betrays you, when movements that once felt natural now feel uncertain. I see the way you steady yourself, the careful steps, the quiet frustrations. I see the tears you don't always let fall. But let me say this with holy certainty. Your weakness is not the end of your story. It is the place where my love becomes most visible. You fear losing your independence, but I tell you, what you lose in ability, you gain in intimacy with me. You fear being forgotten, but I knit you together before time began. I wrote your name on the palm of my hand, and I will never forget you. You fear not mattering anymore, but I placed eternal value in you before your first breath. Nothing can erase it. Let me speak louder than fear. Let me remind you of how far we've already come together. Think back, child. Remember the hospital room I entered with you, the funeral where I sat beside you, the dark nights where you thought you wouldn't make it. Remember the peace that came when you didn't expect it. That was me. I was always there, and I will not stop now. Fear may visit, but it does not get to stay. It is not your companion. My love is. My spirit is. My presence is. When your heart starts to tremble, don't try to silence it with distraction or shame. Come to me. Speak to me. Let me whisper truth where fear once shouted lies. This is not the time for retreat. This is the time for release. Release your grip on outcomes you can't control. Release the pressure to understand everything. Release the belief that you have to face this alone. And in that release, let love rise. Let love remind you that you are still a vital part of my kingdom, that your prayers still move mountains, that your story still holds purpose, that every wrinkle on your skin tells a testimony of survival, grace, and strength. Let love teach you that your presence still matters deeply in this world, and let love lead you into peace, not the peace the world offers, which fades quickly, but my peace, which is rooted in eternal truth. A peace that tells you that no matter what happens next, I am already there. A peace that doesn't require answers, just trust. I know fear may not vanish overnight. That's okay. I am patient. I will keep showing up in every moment. I will keep speaking my love over you, louder and stronger than any trembling thought. You don't have to battle fear with force. Just invite my love in. Love always wins. So, child of mine, when the shadows grow long, when the questions rise like a tide, when the unknown looms larger than your confidence, stop, breathe, call my name, and let love speak. Let love remind you that I walk with you even into the unknown. Let love assure you that death is not the end, but the doorway into my arms. Let love steady your hands when they shake, guide your heart when it feels lost, and hold you when no one else can. Fear may knock, but love always answers. And my love is yours, forever. My beloved, lean close now, for these are not just words. They are my vow. They are the eternal truth that anchors all creation. In this final chapter of my message to your heart, I need you to hear me clearly, with no filter of doubt, no shadow of fear, and no interruption from your weary thoughts. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine. Yes, you. Not just the version of you that others admire. Not the version that smiles in public or the one that tries to stay strong for everyone else. I mean the real you. The one that still carries questions. The one that sometimes wonders if it's too late to matter. The one who lies awake at night wondering if anyone still truly sees you. I see you. And I want you to know this. I have not changed my mind about you. You are still mine. You have walked through many seasons. You've celebrated and you've suffered. You've built, and you've had things taken from you. You've known love, and you've known loss. Life has left its mark on your body and on your soul. But I see every mark not as damage, but as testimony. Proof that you've lived, that you've endured, and that you are still being shaped by my hand. The world may not always know what to do with the aging, but I do. I honor you. I treasure you. I cherish every gray hair as a silver crown. Every line on your face is a story that I have walked through with you. And I want you to stop believing the lie that your best years are behind you. I am not finished with you. If you still breathe, you still belong to something eternal. To me. You are safe with me. Do you hear that? In a world that shifts beneath your feet and changes faster than you can catch up with, I remain constant. While your body may feel weaker, my grip on you never loosens. You are not hanging on to me. I am holding you. And I never drop what I love. There will never be a moment when you are outside my reach. Even if your mind forgets me one day, I will never forget you. Even if your voice grows silent, your spirit will still sing to me. For I have sealed you with a love that is unshakable. Your name is written in my book, not in pencil, but in blood. Not in doubt, but in covenant. You belong to me. I know the thoughts that sometimes come, the ones that whisper you've lost your purpose, the ones that suggest you are a burden now. But those thoughts are lies. Let me say it plainly. You are not a burden. You are a blessing. Your prayers still shake the heavens. Your words still carry wisdom. Your presence still lights up the room, even if the world has forgotten how to see it. My child, even when your hands cannot build and your feet cannot travel far, your heart can still carry my spirit. You are a vessel of my glory, not because of what you do, but because of who you are in me. I do not use people. I cherish them, and I cherish you. Rest in this. You are deeply, irrevocably loved, not because you've earned it, but because it is my nature to love. I loved you before your first heartbeat. I loved you in the middle of your worst mistakes. I loved you when you doubted me. I loved you when you walked with me. My love has never been measured by your success, your obedience, or your achievements. My love is measured by my cross, and it covers every season of your life. And this love, it doesn't fade with time. It doesn't weaken with age. It grows deeper, stronger, more vibrant as you draw closer to me. What the world calls the final chapter, I call the beginning of eternity. You are closer now than ever to seeing me face to face. And I want your heart to be at peace with that, not in fear, but in joy. Because I have prepared a place for you, and nothing can keep you from it. Let me quiet your fears about the end. There is no end in me, only transformation, only homecoming. When that moment comes, whether today or years from now, you will not face it alone. I will be there, just as I have always been. You will not walk into darkness. You will step into light, into arms that have waited to hold you fully, finally, forever. But until that day, you are still mine. Here, now, in this life, in this moment, in your exact condition. You are mine when you laugh. You are mine when you weep. You are mine when you walk strong, and you are mine when you sit in stillness. Nothing, no sickness, no memory loss, no loneliness, no aging, can take you from my hand. So hear me, beloved. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine. Let these words settle over you like warm sunlight. Let them calm your restless thoughts. Let them be the truth that guides your days. No matter what comes, you are not walking alone. I walk with you. I dwell within you. I surround you with my angels. I cover you with my grace. And when the world forgets how to see your worth, I will remind you again and again, until the day you see me with your own eyes and hear me say the words you've longed for your whole life. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Welcome home.